The price in which I paid for this driver off eBay is so low that in fact it actually feels illegal. Tell you what, that's always slightly worrying, isn't it, when you see a box and it hasn't got the right head cover. Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. Simon down here at Lower Hennick driving range, and this is the simulator. It's actually been up for quite a while, and I did my first lesson in the other day, and I was seriously impressed. I haven't done much simulator stuff because I kind of felt in 2019, especially at Burford, 80% of my content was in a simulator, so I've kind of stepped back. But now it's quite nice to be in here, especially if we've got club data, we've got ball data, we've got camera angle number 1, we've got camera angle number 2, it's got slow-mo at impact. I'll show you exactly what this bit of kit does. So it's actually very impressive, and obviously if you're local in the area, Lower Hennick driving range, Ian, James, the other pros here as well if you want to come down and have a lesson. But today we're going to talk about that there outrageous price that I picked up for this driver. And let me give you a bit of a backstory, because you might remember a video I made last year. So you might have remembered a video last year on me doing a Honma TW747 price comparison. I just said it's ridiculous. These drivers come out at retail at $550 and within 6 months are coming out. People are picking them up for like 120, 140, 160, comfortably £200, and for a brand new driver that's just been released, 50-60% off is just ridiculous value. And I even said, obviously the prices went up a bit after I published that video, but I said just keep an eye on Honma, just across the board, because it's bound to happen again. And lo and behold, this year's current driver, which you can find online in most retail stores for $549, I picked up a second-hand one over there for a ridiculous price. I've actually been playing about with eBay auctions over the last couple of weeks, as I'm starting to see a few good deals come up. I haven't used eBay auctions for 2 years. Everything was being so inflated, but I don't know if it's just over the last couple of weeks. I've seen and caught a few good deals. You can see a few here. Titleist 917 driver for £100. I thought that was quite a good deal and value, especially as any Titleist driver, TaylorMade driver, Ping driver, whatever, they all go for extortionate amount of money for the last 5 years. I actually made a bit of a mistake. I thought that was a whole R1 driver for £60. It was just the head, but I'm just going to reshaft it and then basically just get my money back. But this is the item we're talking about, and that is exactly what's in that box over there. I haven't seen it, obviously I haven't opened the box yet, but overall it looks good. And I just thought for 100, I put a max bid of £170 in there, and it came at 155 plus postage, so let's say £165 all in all. And this driver still retails at the moment, if you go on any store online, £550. So before we open the box, let's have a look at sold listings. As you can see, 1st of August, so this is a week or so ago, £250, and then my one at 155, golf clubs for cash 304, wood set 400, 320, but there's just no hype around them. Like, Honma just doesn't do well in the UK. I'm not too sure if it's different in other countries. I imagine obviously over in Asia it's completely different, but around here people don't play it, people don't talk about it, not really many people make YouTube videos on it. So when an auction comes up and doesn't really have a reserve limit, not many people want to put their faith into it. And that's why if you watch this video, and the reason I'm making this video is because if you watch my TW747 version, it constantly happens with their irons and their drivers. Wait a year for it to come out. It's going to be good. I've played and hit tons of Honma golf clubs. They're very good bits of equipment. But if you're not looking for them or searching for them, you're not necessarily going to know about them. And that's exactly why I think I picked up an absolute steal. So let's make sure it's like the head's on the shaft and the shaft isn't splintered and everything else wrong with it. Tell you what, I love this little spotlight that we have inside the studio here. I'll talk more about the simulator in a minute. It's called the IXO, and it's a real recent new company in terms of launch monitors, but in terms of what I've seen and the data and what you get for the value as well, it's actually quite good. Right, let's open up this box. Let's see exactly what we've got inside it. Tell you what, that's always slightly worrying, isn't it, when you see a box and it hasn't got the right head cover. I did read in the description it had a replacement head cover, so I do hope this isn't a 913 underneath it. So there we go, Honma with a Fizzard shaft, as you can see there, stiff flex TR20, 60 gram, and then I'm hoping underneath this is exactly what we are looking for. TR20 460 driver, has been definitely hit, definitely used, but overall, apart from like a few, let's say, blemishes, in really good condition. But this has literally just come out. So I brought this little beauty out into the daylight so you can have a proper good look. Apart from maybe a bit of a buffering, bit of cleaning, bit of TLC, this thing is in really good condition. As you would imagine of a driver that's essentially 6 months old, 8 months old, and someone has paid £550 for these. Thought and technology that's gone into this, and this is why I think it's good value. If you put TaylorMade or Callaway on the bottom of this, it's still worth £300, and that's basically because of the perception and awareness of that brand in this country. Honma just isn't shouted about enough, hence why an auction was able to go at 160. But the thought and reasoning, like the adjustable weights in the top there, you can make it obviously more draw bias, fade bias, the adjustment hollow, all the driver shafts are spined as well, and when you adjust it, the shaft itself doesn't move, which is actually really clever. Same as Callaway, they have 2 adjustable adapters, but Ping, TaylorMade, for whatever reason, I don't know why they haven't done it themselves, but if you were to adjust a driver such as TaylorMade, Ping and the others, you're actually turning that shaft. And also, which a lot of you might have found, is that if you get an align grip on the top of your driver and then adjust it, well, you now realize that the align grip's on your thumb or on the top of the shaft, which can be very frustrating when you've got a 450 pound adjustable driver that messes up your grip every time. So again, it's a beautiful, clean looking driver. I did obviously laugh at it when it came out at 550 and the TW747 was going for same price, 150, and I'll probably laugh at their new one when that comes out at £600. But when it comes down to £150 and you look at what you're getting for the same amount of money on the market, such as old Ping clubs or old TaylorMades, like a TaylorMade M1 or even a TaylorMade R1 going for 100, 110, 120, or this that's had another 8 years worth of R&D, thought, care gone into it, it just seems to make sense. Okay, first hit, let's see how it goes. Obviously anywhere set up in that spotlight, which is quite nice, very easy monitor to use. I'll talk a bit more about what it does after I've hit a few. What a start. What a start. That is essentially my drive at the moment, big draw. If you watch the vlogs, I can't get rid of anything but it. 264, slow for me, 161 ball speed, but you can see the spin rate, 4,000. That's, that will kill any drive, there's no question about that. Obviously set at 10.5 and just standard stiff shaft in it. Oh, I didn't even record it. That was a good one as well. Bit heely that one. Again, spin rate quite high. It sounds so solid though, like again, ridiculous the price that I got this for and what you get for your money. Even if I have just duck hooked it massively left. Spin rate slightly down, ball speed low. Compared to where I was last year, getting into the 190s, and now, mind you, this is a standard driver and third shot in. Whew, 4,600 on the spin. Unbelievable. So let me show you guys exactly what the system does, because it's actually really simple and easy to use. I didn't actually realise, otherwise I probably would have made a video in here a lot sooner. But obviously each shot, video down the line, face on, and you get a slow-mo of exactly where your swing is. And there's no wonder at the moment, I mean, that's so far on the inside. No wonder I'm hitting that big hooks, massive hooks at the moment, as well as many other compromises and faults in that swing. But obviously I haven't been working on the right hand swing for quite a while, i.e. 2 years. Also, this is really cool, it shows you impact as well. So this is quite interesting. I had a lesson the other day in terms of centerness of strike, where the club's coming in from, where it's hitting out the middle. So all the data, numbers, that's just too far on the inside, hence why I'm hitting it with bananas. Don't think I'm going to be able to do it better than that today. Spin rate's still off the charts. Club head speed's so slow at 118. compared to where we were, but just crept over, just over the 300 yard mark. Okay, 15 shots or so. Again, impressed. But it's going to be the same as the TW747. It's going to be the same as every other driver on the market. If you have the right loft and shaft in it, it's going to go a long way. This didn't have the right loft and didn't have the right shaft, hence why it went the distance that it went to. I could find an older driver with less technology, with the right shaft and the right loft, and I'm going to get another 20 yards and potentially stop that snap hook, even though that's definitely my swing. What I'm trying to say is this is just a good value driver, and I'd rather you just get a good value driver for £150 compared to its retail at £550, and it potentially not be the perfect combination, then a 10-20 year old driver like an R1 like I bought, or a Ping G20, which would be going for £110, £120 with not as much technology. So for me, it's just an obvious choice. Or even the TW747, or even in 6 months when they bring out another one and you wait 6 months, and then this will happen again. Keep your eye out for Honma equipment. Unbelievable bit of kit, really. This is going to be great for obviously teaching, and also potentially for more club reviews and long drive practice and left hand practice. Obviously I'm not going to be doing all my content in here like it was a Burford, but every now and again having something like this is quite useful, and obviously it gives me numbers that obviously I can back. I haven't had numbers like data for near on 2 years now. So it's difficult to do reviews, and it's difficult to measure if I'm making progress in terms of club head speed, which by the looks of that, I definitely need to get back training. Guys, thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you wouldn't mind leaving it a like, subscribing if you are new. Catch you guys later.
Morning Tom, hope you're doing well.
Good afternoon mate, well done on the lesson, and evening Alan, not a problem at all. And testing the G30s and afternoon gents, on my way to the lockup. Go pick up the Mura iron.